Hi, my name is Weidright, and this is my grace story. I'm the oldest of three boys. We grew up in a family full of addicts and alcoholics. We lived, I want to say, maybe 8 different houses, and I've been to 3 different grammar schools by the time I was 11. My father moved out when I was really young. I can't even really remember the age. And because of the instability and the addiction issues, we were taken away from my mother when I was 11. We were introduced to a social worker to be in charge of us. This man turned out to be a monster. He was arrested in 2011, and my trust in adults was pretty much completely gone by that point. I surrounded myself with other young men that were similar to me, angry, misguided, broken. And we did things those kind of boys do. It started out with cigarettes and alcohol, and graduated to marijuana and fighting and stealing, and from there it went to women and harder drugs. By this time I was a full-blown addict. In 2009 I met Carolyn. Shortly after, we learned that she was pregnant with Jacob, and it scared me because I knew I wasn't ready to be a father. I did what I always do. I ran, I surrounded myself with so-called friends, and I drowned myself in drugs. So when she got pregnant with Noah, the stress of me trying to juggle 2 different lifestyles and her trying to raise 2 kids alone just became too much. And finally she asked for a divorce. And honestly, I had no right to tell her no. I was not a good man. And now that we've established that I could not live a loving, fruitful, and healthy life on my own, let me show you how God has intervened in my life. My brother and his family were in crisis, and as a result, I invited them to come and stay with me. They had been going to Randall for just over a year by that time, and for whatever reason, they asked me to go and I said yes. My first day was a little bit surreal. I got greeted and hugged by complete strangers. For the first time, maybe forever, I felt genuine love without expectation. It had been around 4 or 5 years since I had received a hug from anybody except for my kids. And it felt like the end of the Grinch movie where my heart grew 3 sizes that day. First sermon, James chapter 1. What a gut punch, huh? I was faced with all of my flaws and all of my wrongdoings. And to learn how God loves us so much that He decided to come down and live among us and die for somebody like me is very humbling. And then Pastor Hunter reaches out to me and we have coffee. And I tell him my story. And the compassion and empathy I saw in him that day was astonishing. As God would have it, 2 or 3 weeks after I started Randall, fall groups started. And there was only one group that I fell into, and it was Aaron and Pastor Milo's group. It is such a blessing. At this point, I'm just like a sponge. I'm learning as much as I can. I'm observing these great men, strong leaders. I'm seeing these beautiful families that inspire me, and all of these things that I never saw growing up, and now I have the privilege to witness. I do not overlook the fact that I was desperate for a family, and God led me to Randall. I haven't been a good man, and I'm not special, but all that I am is by the grace of God. So with your blessing, I would like to shed my former self and continue this walk with you towards Jesus and closer to God every single day.